Well, I guess we're doing it up. I don't know. I think I am live. All right, I got to end this other one. I think I'm live.
Okay, let me post this on here and let me tag the comment.
All
Next
right.
tag message.
And I'm going to end the other one.
Okay.
Details. Uh, uh, I don't know if I'm live or not. I have no idea if I'm live.
We'll find out here
Yes,
in a
I have
second.
4 people on here. All right, 4 people have come
Yay!
over.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to end the other one, and everybody should be redirected to this one. If I can find the other one, for heaven's sakes,
Yes,
YouTube.
I see you now.
Okay. Oh, YouTube. All right. Let me go in this other one that has nothing on it. If I can. I don't even know if I can end it. Uh, I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. You know, God don't work without Satan. God just does not work without Satan being there. There was 1,400 people on that other video, and I cannot even end it. I don't know what to do. I can't get back to the. It's still buffing, and I can't turn this around the other way. It won't let me rotate it. Let's see if that works. No, that turned it around to show you the mess at my grill, and normally I can't do that. Okay, well, the other video is up. Or I mean, I can't end it. I've tried. Details, customize. I don't know what they're doing. I literally cannot end that video. I can't get. Oh, YouTube. Well, we have a comment pinned. Let me see if I can get the link to this over there at least. And then I'm going to
I
get.
can take care of that. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Talk
All
to
right.
everyone.
So we've got a few people moved over. It looks like out of the 1,500, about 300 of y'all have moved over. Lives are not my thing. I've told y'all that since I started doing lives. I'm sorry. I'm tried. And I cannot even begin to describe the range of emotions over the past 48 hours, 24 hours, not 48 hours, 24 hours. It went from being a perfectly normal Sunday. We met for lunch, and we were stopping off to get some prescriptions filled, just vitamins for Alex, because, you have to take vitamins when you're expecting a baby. And it was raining, and she slipped because the floor was wet when she was going in to pick up her vitamins. And she said that her back hurt really bad and she fell on her knee, so her knee hurt. And she was really, really stressing. And we talked her into going to the emergency room at the local hospital. She got there, and, she everything was checking out okay. They said everything. The nurse said everything was good. And just before I got there, the nurse left the room in a hurry to go get the doctor. And right now we're talking about a matter of probably less than 5 minutes, and I'm going to describe in detail to you what happened in 5 minutes. The nurse left the room, the doctor came in, I arrived, I got there after she did, and Alex is on the phone with me now, and we are doing this because we want to thank you for your prayers. I mean, that's the reason why we're on here. There were literally thousands of people on YouTube and on Facebook praying. Within an hour, 3,000 people had responded to that prayer request, and that is in itself a miracle. And, you know, the verse on the thumbnail that we had on the live stream that didn't work, we are to declare God's works, his miracles. You know, tell people what the Lord has done. If God's working miracles and we don't share them, they might as well not even happen. So we have to share them. And not only that, we have to let you know your prayers made a difference. You responding made a difference. It wasn't just our prayer that was answered, it was your prayers that were answered. So here's what happened in that 5 minutes. And we've got a few more people joining us. And I am so sorry. When God's working, Satan's going to fight it, because Satan doesn't want people to know how great God is. He doesn't want people to know about God's miracles, but we'll get it out there one way or another. I was doing this on my computer because I can see your comments on my computer. I can't see them on here. Alex is on a computer answering them. I had to go get a phone, and I'm having to do this all vertical so you can barely see me and I can't see you at all. But we're going to get this out there. So, back to the miracle. She's only been at the hospital a few minutes. Maybe she's been in the hospital 5 minutes total. The nurses left. The doctors came back. I got there. The nurse did an ultrasound and told Alex everything looked fine before she ran out of the room to go get the doctor. The doctor comes in. He picks up the ultrasound, and he is starting to do an ultrasound as I walked in. And Alex said, "Don't look at my belly." So I turned around because I didn't want her to be nervous or whatever. I mean, you know, being nervous and anxious and stressed, it's not good when you're, it's not good, period, but it's certainly not good when you're expecting a baby and you're having a problem. So the doctor doesn't say anything for a minute, at least a minute. It's going to be a new baby. I did see a new baby. It's going to be a new baby. Everybody's been praying for Alex for months now because she is high risk. She has lost 2 babies in the past few years. This is her 3rd pregnancy. She's at 32 weeks now. So we have a viable little boy. We just want to keep him in there for a little bit longer. But anyway, we're in the emergency room. The doctor's checking, and he's checking for at least a minute, and I'm standing there with my back turned, and I'm not watching Alex, and I'm not watching the ultrasound, because there's no reason really to be alarmed at this point. And then the doctor tells the nurse to turn the light out so he can see better. Well, at this point, I turn around, and I start looking at the ultrasound. And he laid her all the way back so he could get, you know, a better view of the baby, get a better picture of the ultrasound. And I can see the baby crystal clear. And there is absolutely no movement on that ultrasound. There is no movement. There is no heartbeat. There is nothing. And I'm watching this for at least a minute. The doctor and the nurse both start telling Alex they are sorry. And I cried something. I cannot tell you what. It was either "No, Lord," or "Please, Lord," or something to that effect. Just called out. And I sent a message in a group message, "No heartbeat, pray," to her sisters. And I know Alex was praying. She was crying, and I was praying. And her sisters started praying. And there was a faint movement on the ultrasound. Now, for a minute, the nurse and the doctor were both telling us they were sorry. For 2 minutes, I watched that screen and I saw nothing. The doctor had already been looking for over a minute. The nurse obviously saw a problem before she went to get the doctor. After there was this faint little, it was almost like the image of the baby just sort of had fuzzy ripples on it. It wasn't like what a heartbeat on an ultrasound looks like. I mean, most of us have seen a heartbeat on an ultrasound. and I'm not responding to anybody that say anything. I'm sorry. I want to get this story out. Alex is reading all the comments, and she's gonna thank y'all here in a minute too. But we were praying. We got the fuzzy, just a little bit of fuzzy, like it looked like on the image. And it was crystal clear before this fuzzy kind of thing happened to it. So then he got out this little Doppler heartbeat monitor that you use for babies. It looks just like the one I bought her that she uses at home. And he found a heartbeat. The nurse said, "That's the baby." And the nurse said, "That's got to be the baby." He said, "Yeah, it's the baby." And they called the ambulance back to take her priority one to Knoxville, where she's going to have the baby. And while we were waiting on them to put her back in the ambulance, her oldest sister got there, and brother-in-law and Charlotte, and we all prayed with her. And I sent her younger sister, who wasn't there, a message. Melinda, she does all of our memes, all the beautiful pictures with the verses on them. Melinda does those. And she did the meme asking you all to pray for Alex. So within 5 minutes of this starting, y'all were praying for Alex. She did it. She put the prayer request on there. She put the verse and everything with it. And I copied and pasted it and posted it because I couldn't get it typed out. My phone had gotten wet and I was having trouble even using it. But we got that out to y'all, and y'all started praying within 5 minutes. They got her in the ambulance. The ambulance driver hooked up a heart monitor to the baby, and they could hear the heartbeat in the ambulance. Alex started feeling movement on the way to the hospital. By the time she got to Knoxville, which took about an hour, they said that everything was perfectly normal. And of course, all the great medical minds explained it as old ultrasound equipment in our little hospital up here. And the doctor wasn't an ultrasound technician, and he wasn't specialized in doing ultrasounds of babies. But this is a 32-week baby. It's a 32-week pregnancy. And that baby's heart is big enough now that I could find a heartbeat with an ultrasound. It's not the size of a pinhead anymore. Its little heart is at least this big now. You could find it on an ultrasound. Just the heart is at least that big, so you could find it, and you could see where it was in this still image that wasn't moving. He found the heart. There just was not a heartbeat, and because of your prayers and because of the mercy and the grace of our Lord, by the time they got to Knoxville, her and the baby were not just okay, that in the doctor's words, they were perfectly fine. Nothing was wrong. And miracles still do happen. And I know there's a lot of people praying out there for miracles. Don't give up. Our God is real, and He still performs miracles. Miracles of biblical proportions. And there were so many people doubting last night. And people were dismissing things. I woke up this morning to a memory on my Facebook, and it was the picture of that car that we have in the thumbnail on the video that I couldn't get to go. 15 years ago to the day, on September the 1st, Alex had a car accident. She ran her car under the end of a guardrail, and it was headed directly at her head. There was an oak tree. You can see the oak tree in the picture. The side of the car hit it, and it turned the car just enough so that guardrail went down the edge of her seat, and it pinned her arm to the seat as it went past the seat. If she had not hit the tree, the guardrail would have gone through her, and they would have been identifying my baby's body with DNA because there wouldn't have been enough left of her. So we have seen two biblical-sized miracles on September the 1st in Alex's life. And If what I saw wasn't evidence enough, if it didn't change when the prayer started, if that wasn't evidence enough, the fact that these two events happened on the same day cannot be coincidence. They cannot be coincidence. They are evidence, and more than that, they are proof that God is real. And I don't want to stay on here too long because Alex, like I said, she's on here with me. She's not here with me. She's at home. She is doing good, and I'm going to let her talk. And hopefully my mic will pick it up. That's another reason why I wanted to do it on the computer. But your prayers, I cannot tell you what they meant. I cannot tell you how grateful we are because there just are no words. And I cannot tell you how much each and every one of you mean. There are probably 5,000 comments on there by now. I don't, and people have just, a lot of people just clicked, a lot of people commented, and they're all across the internet. They're on Facebook and on YouTube mostly, but they're on a lot of other platforms too that we may make posts on and where we share posts because obviously we shared it everywhere. Because we wanted as many people praying as possible because of how important it was. But we do have to share what God's done in our life. That's part of how we thank him. But more than that, it's to encourage other people. And First Chronicles 16:8, the verse that we used on the other thumbnail, give thanks unto the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people, share your miracles, however big or small they are. And I know that God doesn't always answer prayers the way that we want them to, because I have had some of those prayers where I have called and I have cried and I have pleaded and I didn't get the answer that I wanted. But when we have miracles like this, when we get answers like this, it helps us know that the answers that we got were the answers that were best, even if they hurt. And I hope that this miracle encourages all of you as much as it has encouraged me. I hope it affirms your faith. I want you to share in this joy with us. And we will certainly keep you updated. And as soon as Alex's baby comes into this world, and we know we will be sharing that joy with you too. But I'm going to let her say something now because she is here and I hope you can hear her.
Can anyone hear me? I'm just waiting for somebody to say yes.
I'm sure they can, Alex. Go ahead.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
I want to thank all of y'all for your prayers. I want to thank you for thinking of me all of yesterday and today. I'm still getting messages in nonstop. People saying that, I've been on their mind. I've been in their prayers. Like my mom said 15 years ago, I gave my life up to the Lord. I mean, I'd always went to church. I always did Christian functions, but I was not truly saved until the moment of that accident. I don't know why God spared me that day. And I don't know why he spared my son yesterday. But I am so thankful. And I cannot tell you how loved I feel knowing that all of you care so much and prayed for me and my son. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry, I'm trying to answer your comments. I've got tears in my eyes. I am so sorry for the ones I have not answered. Just know I am reading all of them, and I am so sorry I can't possibly answer all of them without just, my keyboard is wet with tears. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. I mean, like, we really cannot thank you enough. And I hate it. I think this other video is still live. I can't stop it. I don't know what to do. It looks like it's going to be live for forever. I'm wondering if I can just delete it. Maybe. Delete forever. It's going to delete all my details. Yeah, I understand. At least let's stop it. There's more people. There's 1,500 people on there. I don't
I'm
know
so
what to
sorry.
do.
I'm not saying more, everyone. I'm still having
Um,
trouble.
I, I, like I said, I'm not going to stay on here a real long time, but I do think that as Christians, we have to share our blessings. We have to share our miracles. We have to share God's deeds. And um, I really, really can't thank you enough. And I can't thank God enough. And I can't praise God enough for His goodness and His mercy. I'm going to say that we love you all and we do feel like you are very much a part of our family. And I'm going to say good night and God bless you. And until next time, remember to put God first. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you.